Okay, hello everyone. This is a quick video just to talk about the final setup of the Vortigaunt in terms of control surface movement and centre of gravity. So people are at the stage now of starting to have their first flights, and a lot of people have been asking about just how much control surface movement you need, or some people have attempted to fly with quite large control surface movements and found that it's a bit of a handful. So this is just a quick video to show you what I have set up in my final production version, which I think flies pretty smoothly with this configuration. So in terms of my centre of gravity, I have generally about 2.5 centimetres behind basically the point where the forward edge of the wing meets the fuselage, so around about there. So I'm 2.5 centimetres behind that centre of gravity, which I think is about right. To be honest, I think going a bit further back, maybe 3 centimetres is the maximum I would recommend, but 2.5 seems like a good place to be. So with that, in terms of reflex, there's really none, to be honest, to speak of. If you look at where the trailing edge of the foam ends, just here, in comparison to the end of the elevon, it's really pretty flat. What I would say is, for your maiden flight, give yourself maybe 3 millimeters of reflex, just to ensure that the plane's going to pitch up rather than down when you launch it, and then trim out to find what's level for you. That's how I ended up at this stage. Now my launches are pretty flat, but in terms of level flight, it is level with this configuration, and there's no real pitch up or down when you apply full throttle. So it's quite neutral at this point. So as I say, add maybe up to 3 mil reflex just to begin with, and then you can trim out as you see fit. So in terms of control surface movement, if we look at the tip of the elevon, so if I can get this level, I'm about 4.5 mil at the centre, and that's full deflection there. So that's, I realise I'm not looking right at the tip there, but you're probably 7 or 8 mil up, and about the same again down. Sorry, it's hard to keep my hand steady when I'm doing this. But basically, anything up to 10 mil movement either side of centre is plenty to give you a decent roll rate, but also keep it smooth. On my Tyrannus, I have 40% expo set with this configuration, and it's nice and smooth for the way that I fly. Very rarely am I at full extent of the stick movement, but for me that keeps it nice and smooth. The other thing, just to mention quickly, is I have my, get focus here, I have my servos mounted underneath, which to be honest I actually wouldn't recommend, because with the the servo horn at its full height, it does hit the ground before anything else in the aircraft does, so I need to be careful where I land with this setup, so I would recommend putting them on the top. But I know Greg's video, he puts the actual horn and screws it quite far up and cuts these off. That's fine, but that's going to give you much more control surface movement as standard. So I have mine right the way at the top of the servo horn, it means basically that I don't need to limit my rates in the radio. So it all depends on the way that you like it configured. It would be practically easier for me to just knock the horn further up and cut these so that they don't hit the ground when I land, but I have it flying nice now, and I can deal with the fact that I need to try and hit long grass when I land. So that's just another consideration. So keep the horn towards the top to limit the travel of the servo of the control surface. So hopefully that helps a bit. If there is any other questions, then just drop me a line, an email or on Facebook or wherever, and hopefully I can help you get it set up and get some success in flying. Right, thank you. Cheers.